Afternoon. Hey, my name is Shaf, and I did this crazy dive in 2022 called Ocean 650, where I was underwater for continuous 50 hours at 6 meters. So the documentary is about my dive and why I did the dive. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and it was done by a German team from Lifton Media, and they did a good job with the film. And after the film, you guys can ask me if you have any questions, and then I'm gonna announce my next year's mental, yeah, one of the mental dives that I'm gonna do. So please enjoy the movie now, yeah? See a lot of damage, a lot of destruction due to single-use plastics in the Maldives or even all around the world.
We have all of this rubbish here.
Yeah,
The tourist area over here,
exactly.
and they hide it away. People don't see what's here. But it has to go somewhere.
Even on the other side, or the tourist side, there's so much garbage. It's even on the ground even.
My biggest fear is that we lose it all.
We still can't come to a consensus to reduce that, to bring down the global emissions to 1.5 degree, like temperature to 1.5 degrees, and countries can't agree on it. And if we lose this 7-year window, no matter what we do, we lose it.
We should stop, and we must stop using single-use plastic. That's gonna affect the environment so bad if we don't. That was one reason that I did it. I see a lot of decline in the corals. The coral life is going, it's more bleached, it's dead, and marine life, I would say it's 50% down to what I used to see. No, I feel sad. I feel sad that what I've seen in the past, I cannot show to my kids, or they can't show to their kids. It's a bit of a sad situation for me to see all the damage and destruction that is going on.
At the moment, yeah, once we finish, we get the domain. And
It's good? Sound is okay?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah? Should we start? Are you ready?
Nice. So my name is Shaf. That's how everybody knows me as. I've been diving since 1988. I've been in the military, the Maldivian military, as a diver and an instructor for the Marines, Coast Guard, and the Special Operations guys. Yeah, been diving ever since. And I like adventure stuff, so I don't stick with normal scuba, so doing technical diving. Actually, I started planning it as a 24-hour dive in 2017, so I wanted to have it in 2018 as a 24-hour dive, just to be at a dive site where it's protected and just take photos and videos of the marine life there. And I couldn't actually find any event management team who would really help me make it happen. And then I gave it up, and then last year the government announced that this year, 2022, will be the 50 years anniversary of tourism and diving in Maldives. So I thought, why not change it to 50 hours instead of 24 hours. So I asked my team I know a lot of technical divers in the world, and if this could be possible, and they said, yeah, why not? So, yeah. One of my goals is to create awareness against single-use plastic and the pollution we see in the world, and especially in the Maldives. You can see it on the beaches everywhere you go, a lot of plastic. Love makes you do crazy things, yeah? So had to move.
So my name is Michelle. I'm from Switzerland. I'm Shaf's wife. I was trying to support him as much as I could during the entire phase of preparation, but also especially during the event. One way, it was like not surprising at all that he would come up with an idea like that. The other way, of course, like, okay, like how are you gonna do that? And what about the training? And you need to start planning soon, and because you cannot just go there like tomorrow and do it. I was looking forward to the event, but a few weeks before the event, I found out I was pregnant.
It's challenging. Mentally, it's very challenging for me. Even physically, it's going to be a challenge, but I've been training ever since I started planning for this. I've been physically very active in the gym and running and outdoor stuff. It's going to be a challenge, but I have a good team behind me and around me, so it's going to be good.
Are you more excited or more scared?
I'm excited, actually. I'm excited, a little bit of stress, but still.
My name is Azim. I work at an environmental consultancy as a marine ecologist, and my role over here is as a support diver. I'm here to support Shaf during his 50-hour dive event. Everybody is in really good spirits. We are all working very well together. We all know each other. We have a lot of fun working with each other, and everybody is in a really, it's quite festive, I would say.
My name's Syed Rashid. I'm from England. I'm a professional underwater photographer. So I've come out to kind of capture the event with stills to kind of share those around and make sure the whole event is covered. The dive industry is incredibly small. You know, we're all over the world. I'm from England, he's from the Maldives. But somehow we always manage to get in the same place at the same time, whether it's industry events or it's being away. And kind of, the internet is an amazing thing. So we connected first on the internet. You know, our love for photography, we both love taking pictures. And I think at that time I was just coming into the industry as a professional about 12 years ago, or maybe even a bit longer now. And he was supporting me, we were always chatting about stuff. And then we managed to meet up, and then I came here a few years later, and he came on the boat, and we just clicked, and really nice guy. So I thought, yeah, I want to be involved with this guy. His ideas seem absolutely crazy, but they always seem to come off. So he did Dive 48 6 years ago now, where they all took it in turns for 2 days to be underwater. But I think this time he decided to take it all on his own shoulders and kind of do it himself. So he has an amazingly large personality, and I said he always aims for something much bigger than you think that you would get, but he manages to do it.
I am Nigel from Sri Lanka, and I'm here voluntarily to help Shafs with his social media, make sure that all the stuff is going up, the content is constantly uploaded, and hopefully create a hype so that people get more involved and can join in person and virtually, and give people that experience of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah. This doesn't look like a mic, it looks like many other things. I'm a photographer and a cinematographer. I'm from Bangalore in India. I run a production house, and I'm here to just sort of monitor what is being done in terms of capturing the video footage of this whole feat that Shaf is trying. I don't know anyone else who would be able to do something like this. So in my whole circle, I think Shaf is the only one who's crazy enough to do it. I think from what kind of resources that we've got together and the number of people that are involved, the companies that have helped, I think it's really well done in terms of prepping for, it's a high risk event, yeah, high risk adventure, so I think we're doing okay.
Just give me a minute. My name is Ahmed Najib. Everyone calls me Bapu. I'm here to support Shaf on his course to dive for 50 hours. I'm assisting the team with changing Shaf's tanks, supplying or taking the drinks, water and electrolytes, hydrolytes and everything. I'm also helping him adjusting his mask strap, so being there for him, help him, assist him with anything that he needs.
So it's Maldives. We kind of know people just like that because the community, the dive community here, it's still considerably small. I mean, we have a small population here anyways, so that's kind of how I got to know about Shaf. And then there's social media, obviously. So one day he just, DM'd me. He was like, I'm about to do this thing, like, it's a really crazy event. Would you like to be a part of it? And I thought, well, for me, the main reasoning behind why he wanted to do such a thing was all about ocean conservation and calling for action. So I was like, yeah, sure.
Rest time for him will be from 10 p.m. until next day morning 6 p.m. I hope he will get some sleep as well during that time. And this is going to be the time when there will be no lights underwater. So there will be the floodlight. That's how he wished to have it, so that he would catch some sleep if possible. The next day, so the second day, again start to stretching, but because of the end at 5:30, there will only be guest divers from 7:30 until 4:30. All right? Good. Thank you very much already for your support.
Sag mal 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm a dive medic and specialize in diving medicine, and I guess in medical school on the way to become a diving doctor. Well, obviously doctors have still the main say if there's anything invasive needed, so we have 2 doctors on the boat here. But for specialized diving medicine, that's sort of where we come in to give them advice how everything works underwater, under pressure, with the fluids in the body and so on. Well, it's not that there's a manual for these kind of events, so we gather data of people that have done it previously. Now this was a special case because we can't take any vital signs because he's in a full dry suit. So normally we have the luxury of taking blood pressure, heart rate, or being able to administer some fluids. But in this case, that's all out of the window. So we had to come up with some techniques to check that his fluid balance was still okay. So we worked with a team of doctors in Europe giving us advice, and they've also been online 24/7 to assist us. And yeah, so to basically keep him awake.
Last night you could rest.
Yeah.
It was about the only night.
But that's done. That's done. That's fine.
It was rather medical worries that I had. Like, is his body actually able to do it? I didn't worry about his mental state because I know he's stubborn enough to go through it and do it. He wouldn't give up even if there's like some interferences with whatever.
Yep.
As I said, it was just a medical. And like once he comes up, does he have to do a decompression stop, and how are we going to do it?
Welcome to Ocean 650. So first of all, I'd like to thank every one of you for coming, all of our partners for giving your tremendous support to this event and to shop for us. And without further ado, I would like to invite our chief guest, Tourism Minister Dr. Abdullah Mansoor, to say a few words.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. A very good afternoon, and what a day. First of all, I wish to thank Shafnan for taking the initiative to have this 650 ocean dive. We are very much a dive destination, and also Maldives tourism is very much based on environment, sustainability. That's what this event is all about. I'm sure this event will give a very, very strong message to the world in terms of looking after our ecosystems, in terms of looking after marine ecosystems especially. Thank you all for being part of this wonderful event. I wish Shaf all the best in this Ocean 650. Good luck. Thank you.
I went in with him, so I was one of the very few people that actually went in when he went in. And the first 45 minutes was actually touch and go. So there was lots that I think he might have rushed when he first got in the water. I think obviously having so many. So there was lots that I think he might have rushed when he first got in the water. I think obviously having so many VIPs here and lots and lots of people around maybe put him in the wrong headspace. So there was things from his mask wasn't fitting particularly well, to not being weighted very well. There's lots of small problems, because the small problems snowball and snowball and snowball into what can be a really big panic problem. Snowball and snowball into what can be a really big panic problem. And I think that's what started to go wrong for him down there. But luckily there's so many well-trained and good people on this trip that they actually sorted him out, they settled him down, sorted his mask out, sorted his weights out, and just relaxed him. Because I'll be honest, I think there was a time there I thought maybe he's going to come up and this isn't going to work. You see him getting quite panicked.
I think the fear that all of us had right at the beginning was that he had never really done a dive longer than 4 hours. And
but so it was almost like all our fears came true that we have been talking about. But once he was settled, it was fine. But the only thought in my mind was like, once he was settled, it was fine. But the only thought in my mind was like, get relaxed since he has to do 50 hours. Then maybe he should start and just get relaxed as soon as he can.
Let's begin with the fact that we had to restrain him from any solid food since fiber was here, our biggest enemy, anything that would fill up the bowel. Anything to keep him hydrated. He has had so far isotonics, there's been some pure water, apple juice, orange juice, some Coca-Cola. So here there was two main factors, that there's some electrolytes, that he is not draining all the salts out of himself, and second, that it's something that he wants to drink, because of course he needs to drink quite a bit, and without eating anything, drinking that amount can be a little hard.
So yes, the preparation was, like Rika said, it was the most important. So he was given some sort of medication to empty all the solids out of his intestinal tract, because urine we can manage, but going for number 2 is impossible. I mean, he's wearing a diaper in case there was an emergency, but so that needs to come out first. But he has a P valve. It's some sort of like an off-board dumping system, a condom and a series of tubing, so he can actually urinate outside of his dry suit. And of course, the fluid intake is orally, but just like long endurance athletes, after a while your stomach actually gets quite upset with anything, and he did vomit quite a few times.
I had a team of 19, 20 divers with me total. So they were on rotation, they were on shifts for 8-hour shifts. So every hour there was one diver on the first night, and then they increased, there were 2 every hour. Actually being 50 hours underwater is not an easy thing. It's not, if you are not wearing a dry suit or not fully protected. And then the gear wise, I had to be really comfortable in that way. That's why I chose going side mount. On side mount systems, the 2 tanks or 3 tanks, whatever you're carrying, is on the side. The normal scuba, it's on the back, and I didn't want to stay with a back mount system for 50 hours and change every time. Now this time it was easier, just unclip, give it off, put in the new one, put the regulator in, so that was easier. Thermal gear, I had thermal socks on, gloves, and then a dry suit. My full face mask had a wired communication system connected, so I had constant communication to the board whenever I needed. They couldn't hear me breathe even all the time. There was one thing that was good, safety side, they can always know that I'm okay.
The breathing makes it sound like I'm down there with you. It's amazing. Okay, buddy, I'm going to go and get dry. I'll see you later on.
I think the biggest challenge for him would be being there on his own. Even though support divers are 24 hours all the time with him, his movement is limited, his food intake is limited. He's fully on a liquid diet right now. I'm sure sometimes he would be feeling boredom as well, but still, mental preparation and everything, it would be a big challenge for him.
when we were planning it, I think we were both quite confident that it's going to happen. But when the problem started to get created, especially within the first few hours, I think that's when we were all doubting if this is going to happen or not. Yet we managed to so far cover each problem since they've arisen.
Around 10:30 or 11, I was up. My mental state just went down. It was not dark, but it was dim. There was light from the board a little bit, but my head just started going somewhere negative, and I was like, why the hell am I doing this? Why am I stupid enough to doing this? Why I can just go to the board, tell the team, okay, I'm done this. I can't do this. And I knew there were a lot of fingers were being pointed at me. There were a lot of people who were against this dive in the dive industry in the Maldives. And that kind of pushed me again. Okay, I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna show everybody that I'm capable, and I will do this, and I can do this.
When I went to bed on the boat, I knew he's down there. He has to stick to his plan and somehow try and get some sleep just to make sure that his mental health is supported with at least a little bit of sleep. There were moments when I was in the room hiding and having some tears going down my cheeks. But then again, I just had to put it away because I didn't want to influence the team with them. I didn't want to influence him with them. So it's like it's 50 hours. Just get through it and it's done.
Never seen anyone dive for that long, so it's quite an amazing feeling to be up close and personal with that sort of experience. It was a little rough, but again, because of the fact that there was such experienced technical divers with him, I think he was able to get over it, and towards the latter part of the night or early morning, I think he got more comfortable with being down there, and the fact is he's always there with somebody, or there's somebody always with him. So I think that also helps boost his confidence. So I think he had a pretty okay night, I would say 100%. I think today, hopefully, now that we've ironed out most of the issues, I think tonight will be a much better night and easy for him.
So he just got a few hours to go. There's been a few challenges that we did not foresee. There's been a few leaks in his dry suit, which is actually inevitable. You always have some leaks in the dry suit, but of course over 50 hours that becomes quite a lot, and everything starts to be uncomfortable here. It's damp and sweaty underneath. So there is that, and there's a lot of chafing of the salt water around his neck. He's got some muscle pains, lower back pain. His stomach seems to be quite okay now. And just checking on, I mean, generally is for us a big challenge, because normally you have the hands or the arms to have medical checkups, and everything is covered in the suit and rubber. So
just the skull.
we just have the skull. We can check the earlobes. We check the color of his tongue. We have a chance, but he also has a full face mask, so that's also a bit of a challenge. The color of his eye, and that's basically. So we're quite limited in the feedback that we're getting medically from him. And but he has a little slate that he can write underwater and just tell us how he feels and what it would look like. And then he feels like apple juice, and he feels like Coke, and he feels like it. So his mood changes a lot. And I think the biggest challenge was the mental support,
especially during the nights.
Yeah.
When everyone is gone and suddenly you're alone there, or with a couple of support divers, it's dark, that's when the hours feel the longest.
Second night there was Saeed organized a crazy light party, and all the safety my support divers came down and danced around, and I think if they played music, it would have been some really good electronic dance music going on there, because of the dance moves they did and because of the lights. Yeah, it was spectacular. It was fun. It really cheered me up.
Looking around, the vibe is, I think I said earlier, it's organised chaos. Everyone has their job, everyone knows their job, everyone is doing their job, but still everyone's running around trying to find things, do things. This is not, I was promised a holiday. This is not a holiday. This is a proper operations boat. So there's stuff everywhere, but everyone seems to know where stuff is. There's a touch of luxury. We're in a gorgeous place, but we're all getting on with our job and all knowing what we're doing.
There is a lot of chaos, there is a lot of fun. There is Saeed, who's interrupting my interview. Thank you, sir. but it's calm, chaotic. It's all of that together, and I think that's part of the fun. Shaf is missing most of the fun, because we are here on the boat with all of this banter and the stories. So we'll have more stories to tell. So I like this side of it.
Yeah, so obviously people started picking on Shaf pretty early. As soon as he jumped in, I would say, because everyone knows he likes a beef burger and just solid food in general. So they were like picking on him even through communications, like, hey dude, we're gonna have a nice meal. We're gonna spare a little for you. And he just had to deal with it. So at some point on the slate, he wrote, I want the burger, and kept it in the camera. So we got that shot on board, and I told the social media guy, Nigel, hey dude, why not try and kind of get Burger King interested? Why don't you tag them, publish it and tag them? So he was all up for it, did that. Soon after that, Burger King actually replied, hey guys, just let us know how much and where we can get it to, or if you want to pick it up.
It seems like the Maldivian military have turned up on force, not to invade, but to bring us, if I can find them, a whole heap of burgers. Look at that, they're still actually warm. So the burgers here. Oh my God.
No vegan burger, right?
Eventually we had 2 big boxes with burgers and French fries, and the best part was that the military guys who were there to visit Shaf, they actually brought those 2 boxes wearing their uniforms. And it was just one of those moments again when the entire team was so fired up and excited. It just helped them out.
No, I didn't get a single cent out of this. And the team even, they all did for the passion for diving. That's what I wanted to do. Otherwise, why? And that was one thing that I told the team when I gathered or contacted the team guys that if you want to come and do this for money, then don't come. You're not going to get anything. When I started in late 80s, there were more, the corals were more alive, and a lot more fish and sharks were there. I've dived all these spots that I've dived in 88 and 89. I've dived it almost every year. I've been diving on those spots, and now I see a lot of decline in the corals. The coral life is going, it's more bleached, it's dead, and marine life, I would say it's 50% down to what I used to see.
And how does it make you feel?
No, I feel sad. I feel sad that what I've seen in the past, I cannot show to my kids, or they can't show to their kids. It's a bit of a sad situation, actually, for me, to see all the damage and destruction that is going on.
So you have all of this rubbish here,
Yeah,
the tourist area over here,
exactly.
and they hide it away. People don't see what's here. But it has to go somewhere. You know.
And also, even on the other side, on the tourist side, there's so much garbage. It's even on the ground even.
Yeah, no one comes to pick it up, or is there any official refuge collection?
Yeah, the council should clean it up. I don't know. It's not only the council's responsibility. It's the people's responsibility, even the tourists. If they wanna visit this place, see how it is, but why are they okay with all the garbage on the beach?
In Europe, we're kind of switched on and kind of aware, and we're taking steps to use less plastic, but we have money. You come to Asia, plastic is so cheap. How can you expect little villages and everything else to move over to more expensive means, aluminium and metal and all those sorts of things, when it costs 10, 20, 30 times the price?
In Maldives, we have always known that we don't have waste management, but our waste changed. In the last 15 years, tourism boomed. The local tourism industry that surrounds main tourism resort industry boomed as well. So people became very affluent. They can afford it. You know, our culture changed to a more like throwaway culture. Our infrastructure did not keep up with the tourism development and the development of the country. So what we are struggling right now is a lack of a back end to the waste we create. I mean, I think in most countries, in developed countries, you are faced with challenges. So imagine in a country like this where there is nothing here, we are faced more with the challenge.
You can be a conservationist, or you can be someone who can share knowledge about conservation. I think the bigger thing is to make it a table conversation where you talk about it with your friends, and once that happens, the ripple effect of that in what change we need will happen. It's not like everybody can go out there and remove all the plastic on this planet. It's not possible. We all end up using plastic somewhere or the other. Not only plastic, anything. So if we can create more opportunities to talk about these things, then it's great. So this event actually is doing that. It's creating hype about what this event is, and then talking about all these things, which is, I think, the first step towards any of these things, to make it, to create opportunities for it to be spoken everywhere.
I would hope that there are more Maldivians, like in this field, in terms of when it comes to diving, to train more Maldivians. I love that I've been able to be a bit of a small part of it already, but I'd like to see more Maldivians coming in, diving, seeing what we have, and really learning to kind of love it, more people coming in academically, also able to kind of be educated in the field in various aspects. It's so broad here. When we say oceans, there's oceanography, there is all these kinds of mapping, all things to do with coral reefs, but also specific key species that are endangered that needs focus. So my hope is there's more Maldivians who's able to get into this and take part at various levels.
I'm very proud actually of her, very proud of her. And it's nice to see a lot of youngsters taking to this field. I have a whole lot of cousins who are marine biologists. The whole family are divers. I've got 2 children, they both dive. I've got two grandsons, they dive. My son-in-law is a diver. So we are very much people of the sea, actually. So that's what we are saying, look, let's preserve this, take this to our great, great collection. To do that, we might be mindful of all what we are doing now. Don't destroy, let's go with nature.
The global community needs to do a lot more. Our work can only be, see a results when you have global packaging changes, global material change. What we do globally affects Maldives because Maldives imports everything from a toothpick to whatever you are seeing. So everything is imported in a packaging, and we are one country that doesn't have any waste management infrastructure. Every piece of waste we create is burnt. So our footprint, our biggest carbon footprint is actually burning our waste, mainly plastic items and packaging. My biggest fear is that we lose it all. We are just not able to get it back no matter what we do, because science is now saying that we have 8 years to save the oceans, 7 years actually to save the oceans, and we still can't come to a consensus to reduce that, to bring down the global emissions to 1.5 degree, like temperature to 1.5 degrees, and countries can't agree on it. And if we lose this 7-year window, no matter what we do, we lose it, and that's my biggest fear, I think.
A couple of hours before I went up, I was getting excited. Okay, it's gonna be done. It's almost done. But also it was a bit emotional because one person who really pushed a lot in my life was my dad, and I was like wishing that he would see this, that I've done this, so it kind of became very emotional as well. And my niece Zana was on the team, and I showed on the tablet that this is for her grandpa, my dad, so it was kind of a bit emotional for both of us. Even she started crying. Yes, but other than that, it was very, and I was getting hungry. I was shallow at 6 meters, and I was using a nitrox mix of 31%, and I didn't go into deco at all, so I could just go straight up. And so we were not worried at all because the shearwater computers were not showing any. I had 2 computers on me, just in case. None of them were showing any deco at all. So we just went up. That was Ben's plan from the beginning. He already told me that you won't need to do any decompression stops.
So basically, normally we have our blood pressure. We have gravity here on the surface, and our blood vessels, they take very good care of that in squeezing or relaxing to keep the pressure good. The problem is now the ocean has taken care of that pressure, so the body's just like, yeah, we don't need to take care of this. So the biggest danger now is what we call the semi-drowning syndrome. When it comes up, the blood pressure will drop quite quickly. So that's the most crucial part that we have as he comes up. We really handle him really, really carefully, keep him flat, and then check his signs and symptoms, and maybe put some intravenous drip on him to get the blood pressure up quite quickly. So that's still the big challenge we need to. But there's a military ambulance boat here, so there's a huge support team. It's quite amazing, really, the support that we got, and everybody's working well together for the same goals. It's quite nice.
No, I mean, I was surprised seeing so many people there to just see that I accomplished this and to give the support. Yeah, it was yeah, surprising, excited, happy that I finished, and then yeah, I had my 2 boys there, my wife was there, so it was a very joyous moment for me.
Emotional as it's like again this pride. It's like we've done it, we've all done it, and he was stuck to the plan. Even though he was cold, he was shivering. I was communicating with him a lot during the last few hours, especially. But then realizing after all these months of planning that he was doing, especially, it was done. It felt surreal.
So the jet fins is my favorite fin for diving. Now been 20 years I've had the same pair of jet fins, and this was the first thing that my wife gave me when we first met. So I've been wearing it ever since the day she put it around my neck. So it's kind of special. There was one, yeah, I'll say it'll be one of the most craziest things I've ever done so far. And if I get the chance to do it again, I might do it depending on some people's concerns. Yeah, I've done it, and yeah, I couldn't have done this without my wonderful team. I didn't do this on my own. This is not something for me. It is for the whole team, for the whole team. Just say no to plastic pollution. Single-use plastic. Just say no.
It's been a lot. Like, we went through a lot together, and what just stands out is the family that grew from the team. There were people on the team I've never met before. I only knew very few of them, family members. I've never met so many people that were there on board, and that I learned to appreciate so much, each and every one of them. We're still in touch, and it's a crazy bunch of people who I know would be up for it again if anything crazy like that would come up again. And it's like sometimes I cannot really remember everything because there was so much happening, and you just had to make quick decisions, so you would miss some parts that were happening on the boat. So I guess looking back at the footage, there must be so many situations like, I didn't know that happened.
To be really honest, I couldn't have done it or achieved this without their work, their support, and their crazy attitude. If I have to do it again, if I have to do another event, I will get the same team. I couldn't have done it without them, and my gratitude is there for them for forever, I guess. There it is. The whole world can see that this bunch of guys made it possible, and it doesn't matter if they are Maldivians or foreigners in the team. Everybody worked hard, everybody worked together, and became a big family in the end. Yeah, that's the I want a burger meme. The photo that became a meme. It's got countless number of hits on Instagram. So yeah, that was what I did in 2022, and I don't know if you guys have any questions about the dive. Please feel free. Nothing? So, yeah, I just want to bring up my team who was with me that time. Come on, guys. Afshin, Zana, Bitto, Bode. No? So this is like only a small part of the team which were supporting me all throughout from the time I started thinking about this dive and till I finished the whole dive. So I can't thank enough for these guys. They were there for me the whole time. Thank you.
Right, a special moment indeed, yeah? You have just witnessed the screening of film documentary, 50 Hours Underwater, A Dive for Hope, yeah? And once again, congratulations to each and every one of you, right?
Thank you. Next is a little teaser for what I'm about to do next year. I know in the documentary I said I might not do anything crazy next. So I came up with something much crazier. So next year I'm going to dive from the northmost point of Maldives all the way down to the southernmost, almost 420 kilometers. So through all the atolls, so it's going to be a huge challenge. It's not going to be at one go, but it's going to be different dives covering each dive 20 to 30 kilometers a dive. And the start date is 1st of February 2025, and I plan to achieve that within 3.5 weeks. So anybody who wants to follow the event and everything, we have the little social media app, you can, or the QR code where you can scan and see the updates. Who wants to join also can join in different parts of the event. And one of the guys that I'm getting on the team is right here, Imran. Come on. So I just got him on my team. All right, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the previous film, and I hope to achieve the 420 kilometers next year. Thank you.
Shah, by the way, congratulations to you and the team as well. And not forgetting, it is actually an Asia record, yeah? It's an Asian record, yeah? So to let you all know, great achievements come with great challenges. So the next one is across Maldives. Let's go for it. Round of applause, please. Thank you.